Hello and good morning. Just hit affiliate status this morning. So I did absolutely nothing to set that up. Wait, can you not see my mouse on there? Sorry. So all I did was my... Oh. Yeah, so if you see in the red, unlock it by clearing Outbreak. You can also remove the scenario lock from the Omake screen. Which, I saw that because if you already beat the game, you don't need to go through both of these. Genesis. Average. It's slightly unusual, which will eventually grow into... When they outbreak. So should I... Genesis, it all started from here. I think that's what I should start off with then. Dun, 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 dun. That's new. This is a work of fiction, y'all. Oh wow, you can really see the art is... And the text has gotten a lot better. What, Kuro, you wanna come up? The scene is set deep within the mountains of a certain region, where there is a bus stop on the outskirts of a village, the Hinamizawa bus stop. It is a lonely place devoid of people, with hardly any private homes nearby. Rain is pouring outside, and a gloomy mood hangs over the area. That bus stop is a stand made from crude wood that only just barely keeps out of the rain. Inside, there is a bench only wide enough for 3 people, and 2 town bulletin boards. The bulletin boards hold posters, including one concerning a national census, and one about donations to the village festival. The poster that stands out the most, however, is one reading, "Oppose the Hinamizawa Dam Project," made by the residents protesting it. 2 young students, Mion and Rika, approach the empty Hinamizawa bus stop with only the sound of the rain to be heard. Hmm? It's really coming down, isn't it? I wonder if they have old sprites for these. Oh, that's good. It's really coming down, isn't it? This is why I told you, we should have brought umbrellas. But we couldn't play as hard if we had our hands full of stuff, could we? Oh well. Nothing we can do about it now. Still, it's really pouring. I hope it stops soon. It's fine, it's fine. There's never been an unending rain or a day the sun didn't rise throughout all of human history. Yes, there is. Some days it just rains all day. I think I just said something cool. Okay, Kuro, you need to... Yeah. Don't mind him. Guess that's how you do that. Alright, let's go back. Where were we? There. If people could die from laughing, you'd be a pile of ash by now. I'd love nothing more than to die laughing. See? I told you. You alright? Yeah. Sorry. Still, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I didn't think you'd find it this fun. Man, seriously though, today I had a buttload ton of fun. Man, seriously. You're exaggerating your enjoyment now. Not that it feels bad though. Well, what do I say? I'm just, this is who I am, right? I'm always going off the rails all by myself. I always thought that you considered me annoying, Rika-san. I've never once thought you were annoying. What are you doing, Kuro? I love how lively you are. So, that's why I was really happy when you invited me to come out and play. Get stuff out of your way and you can lay down on the bed. How's that? When I got your invitation, man, all my plans, bam, canceled. Forget about school, too. It probably wasn't a good thing that we skipped school to go and play. It's fine, it's fine. It's not like missing a day of Fujishima's classes will make that much difference. Besides, we couldn't have worn ourselves out playing around like this if it wasn't a weekday, right? You think it really was worth skipping school to go play then? Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Though to be honest, I was really surprised when you suggested we should, as diligent as you seem to be and all. It was a surprise for me to say that? I mean, Rika-san, you come off as a real teacher's pet, you know? So when you secretly whispered into my ear, want to skip school next Wednesday? Not capitalized Wednesday? Days of the week are capitalized, aren't they? No, they aren't. Well, when that day came, I just had to skip. You know? I even thought you might be confessing to me. Just kidding. Just before we know it, maybe our emotions will take us up one step up from friendship. That's never happening, so don't worry. How can you be so sure? When you seriously fall in love with someone, gender is an easy hurdle to overcome. Mion draws close to her with an ominous grin. Rika inches back on the bench, trying to get away from her. We don't need to overcome anything. I'm fine as is. Since we live in such a remote place, the next bus won't be here for another hour, you know? Not to mention, it's also raining today. Plus, this bus stop is the sort of place people rarely ever visit. Not to mention, it's also raining today. Which means we have at least an hour where no one will come by to disturb us. Not to mention, it's also raining today. And because of the rain, as Mion prepares to launch herself on Rika, two men, Tonegawa and Arakawa, appear. Mion hastily moves away from Rika. Where are we? Man. Wait, isn't this... That's the same sprite for her. Oishi. Thank goodness, thank goodness. And are they here undercover? No, they know who Oishi is. It really is raining awfully hard out there. I'm soaked. And because of the rain... You said it. Arakawa-kun, when's the next bus due? A little under an hour. Looks like it just passed through a little while ago. We've got no luck getting stuck at this bus stop in the heavy rain for an hour. And because of the rain! Did we do something to you? It's been a while since I took a bath. Do I smell? Regretting the interruption? Damn it. When I get my chance, I'll bury the two of them. Rika-san, we'll continue afterward. Sure. If you really do it. I'll forgive you. Mion glares at both men with a suspicious, burning look. Both Tonegawa and Arakawa feel forced to take a step backward. Ladies, do I really smell? You smell, you smell. You stink to high heaven. See, this is why I told you to lay off. You sweat more when you drink a lot. Does he smell that bad? I can't tell myself. He does. He reeks. Right? Even men need to take care of their appearance. Come on now. I'll be more careful. But I don't smell as bad as she's claiming. Right? I don't smell anything. I don't notice much either. You smell alright. You can tell by looking. By looking. For a suspicious pair of men to come to an isolated place like this? There can only be one reason. What reason? Rika buries her fist into Mion's stomach without a moment's pause. Mion curls up and falls silent after that. Please don't let it bother you. This girl's a little crazy. Rika-san, that really hurt, you know. I'm carrying our baby in the stomach, remember? Rika wraps her arm around Mion's neck and strangles her in her armpit. Isn't Rika, like, super young at this point? If what I assume is the time frame? Want me to make it so your body can never bear children? Rika-san, that hurts. That seriously hurts. Looks like you two get along really well. You friends? Friends? Heavens no. There's much more than that between me and Rika and Asama. Rika immediately slams her fist in Mion's stomach again. This time, Mion hits the ground. We're friends. I'm Rika. Rika Furude. This girl's Mion. Mion Sonozaki. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Tonigawa. This is Arakawa-kun. By the way, he's still single. What? Tonigawa-san, please don't add more details than you need to. What are your hobbies, Arakawa-san? What do you do for a living? See? Here it comes. Be cool with your answer, man. Huh? For my hobbies, I like skiing, sometimes. And my career's, with the Ministry of Construction. You're at the River Bureau, right? Working on the dam project. Huh? Well, yes. You already knew? Wow, I'm surprised. Is this one of those... It's elementary, Watson, sort of things? There's not much to deduce. Only people involved with the dam project walk around in an outfit like that. It's just as you say. I'm impressed, Detective. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Tonigawa from the Ministry of Construction, River Bureau, Urban River Office. I left the Erosion and Sediment Control Department in April, seeking handshake. Arakawa from the same Urban Riffin Office, seeking handshake. What does that say in Japanese? Teo no. Can't read it all, but yeah. Sonozaki from the same makes no sense to me. Seeking handshake from Rika. What makes no sense to me is your brain. A moment of silence passes. Rika makes no attempt to shake the hands offered to her. Did you really think I'd shake your hand? When you're one of the ones trying to destroy Hinamizawa? That's harsh, drawing his hand back. Did you think I'd shake your hand? When you're one of the ones trying to defile Hinamizawa? That's harsh, drawing his hand back. Waiting for her handshake with a wry smile. We won't allow there to be a dam here in Hinamizawa, ignoring Mion and staring at the other two. Hinami River needs a dam. It'll provide extraordinary contributions to the irrigation of regions downstream, as well as flood control operations. No. We also need the electricity that a dam could generate. A generator outputting up to 350,000 kilowatts will be a boon to Japan's rapid economic growth. No. You can't ignore the effects a dam would have on development of the region either. It would be a huge contribution not only logically, but also to the advancement of industries in the railway cities around here. No. Mion remains frozen, looking for a handshake. Exasperated, Rika shakes her hand. Mion is silently overjoyed. You can list all the niceties you want. None of them are a good reason to submerge Hinamizawa under a reservoir. Of course, we understand how you feel. However, there are still several conditions that make Hinamizawa most suitable for construction of the dam. The first is the layout of the terrain. Hinamizawa is where the Hinami River comes to its narrowest point, and the bedrock here is granite. Those are both perfect conditions for the construction of a dam. So, another important factor is its proximity to a center of demand for electricity, so there's a little lost in transmission. Also, as I mentioned before, it could generate up to 350,000 kilowatts. That's the same amount of energy that used to be consumed by all of Shikoku. So, it can also raise our water storage efficiency. The Hinamizawa Dam will have a storage efficiency of 200. That means 200 times the dam capacity. So, in other words, once the Hinamizawa Dam is built, the water level will rise, and the reservoir will span over a full 30 kilometers. I gotta move my cat out of here. Back in we go. Let's see. We already read this. That's about the distance from Tokyo to Omiya. So, the convenience of acquiring construction aggregate is also an important factor. We've calculated that the Hinamizawa Dam will require 1,500,000 cubic meters of aggregate. That's enough for 6 buildings. We could also win a hot spring strip too. So, Rika turns and glares at Mion. She stomps even closer to Mion, who has just interrupted their serious discussion. Huh? I hope we win one, you know? So, normally you win a pair of tickets, right? So let's go together if we win, to the hot springs. So, when we go to the hot springs, we can wash each other's backs. Then when we're done, we can play ping pong and yukata. So, then afterwards, we'll gaze at the fireworks show by the river through our window. Then once we've gotten into a nice mood, our fingers will suddenly entwine. And while it embarrasses you, you'll lean into me. Rika rapidly closes in on Mion, and the two exit the scene while screaming her usual line. The two from the Ministry of Construction stand there, dumbstruck, unable to understand what was happening. Young girls nowadays sure get along well. I think that was slightly different than getting along. Bang. Thud. Several more sounds of blows pass. Jeez. The two ministry men look at each other in shock. Afterwards, Rika returns to the scene, smacking her hands clean. Anyway, I'm opposed to the dam. You can't resort to violence. Both men back away while holding each other. Whoa. I was opposed to the dam at first, too. Arakawa-kun, dams cause destruction to the environment after all. Right? Mion returns to the scene, clutching her stomach and staggering. That punch just now, it really hurt. What would you do if it had ruptured my pancreas? Anyway, the dam is no good. In fact, it's absolutely bad, she said while turning to Mion. Why is it a bad thing? Mion says while dodging exaggeratedly. Her stomach pain has disappeared, as if she were never hit at all. No, there doesn't need to be a reason for that. That's not a very good rebuttal then, Rika-san. You gotta have some reason, right? Henceforth, the two ministrymen add exaggerated nods every time Mion expresses agreement with the dam. Occasionally, Rika glares at them, and they cower while still holding each other. I don't think the dam is really a bad thing. We learned about this in social studies, right? That helps prevent flooding. That's blatant sophistry. When the area receives heavy rainfall, they have to drain it out, which actually causes flash floods. Did you know that operating standards are pretty lax? But the fact it generates lots of electricity is good, isn't it? 350,000 kilowatts, was it? That's an incredible amount of power. That's blatant sophistry. The truth is that their electrical output only goes down with every year due to sediment. Did you know that they don't run the generators during heavy rainfall because rocks can slip in and damage the turbines? But also, once it's built, it really will contribute to Japan for a long time. That's blatant sophistry. Sediment only continues to build up, ultimately leaving the dam clogged with mud. Did you know that all dams have a lifespan too? We could have a Cuban or a Reuben. What? That's sandwich artistry. Mion and Arakawa smiled guiltily. Rika glared sharply at those around her. Both Mion and Arakawa shrivel up on the spot. It's often said that the benefits of a dam go downstream, while those upstream foot the bill. I think your arguments are valid, Rika-san. However, I really hope you'll appreciate its benefit toward irrigation works. You want to submerge Hinamizawa under a reservoir no matter what, then? We truly understand the grief this must be causing to everyone living in Hinamizawa. But of course, that's why we're offering appropriate compensation. You mean the compensation money for our eviction? Of course, we're also working with others to see the construction of new apartments in the city. They're wonderful places to live, with plenty of access to public spaces in close proximity to the station. That's a tempting offer, isn't it? I was born here in Hinamizawa too, so it's not like I don't have any attachment to the place. But wouldn't it be kind of sad to spend my entire youth in this mountain village with only a few hundred homes? Cities are great. They have everything. You can really find all sorts of things we've only ever seen on TV. TV this, Tokyo that. That's all I've heard from you since you went sightseeing there. So what if I'm a wannabe? Just think about it. Do you know what the tallest building is here in Hinamizawa? It's the 3-story fire department. Are there any buildings here with an escalator here in Hinamizawa? There aren't. There is an elevator, by the way. What? Oh, the elevator used to transport food for the elementary school? What? I'm sick of all that. So you're saying life in the city would be better than in your hometown? Your ancestors must be crying. How old is Rika here? I absolutely refuse to let my life end here, in some backwater mountains. I want to live a normal life like a normal girl in a normal city surrounded by normal things. They're like complete opposites right now. Do you think the people in Hinamizawa are capable of living in a city? That's their problem. If they like this place so much, then they can stay here. Don't drag me into it. Hmm? My family's poor, so we couldn't move even if we wanted to. But thanks to the compensation money, we'll finally have enough to move into the city. What do you think will happen to us if the dam project's cancelled? Don't tie me down to these mountains any longer. Tears well in Mion's eyes, full of violent emotion. Rika stands there with little to say. And the two ministry men anxiously watch over both of them. Suddenly, Rika turns on her heel and exits the scene. I'm going to the bathroom. Rika-san. Rika exits quickly. Mion gets a hold of herself and starts to follow after her. But Arakawa suddenly lets out a groan. Hmm? Arakawa-kun. Are you alright? He's been feeling poorly since the weekend ended. He really wants to just have a break again. Apparently, he keeps feeling pain all of a sudden. There's a bathroom around back? Oh, but right now, Rika-san's using it. Not a stomachache. Are you alright? Arakawa-kun. I'm sorry. He'll settle down soon. Why does my mic seem to be so high tonight? Let me try editing it again. Properties. No, that's not it. Filters. There you are. Gain. We'll put it around there. There we go. Okay, that's good. Oops, gotta go back to this. You're working yourself too hard. You should get yourself checked out by a doctor. I'm sorry. I'm fine now. Though my head's still throbbing. Yeah. It almost sounds like subarachnoid hemorrhaging. At any rate, you're resting tomorrow. Go have a doctor check you out at a major hospital. You're right. Sorry. It really started hurting all of a sudden. Now that you mention it, my head hurts too. Yeah. It's throbbing. That's not good. You might have caught a cold. It is raining out. Blackout. Hmm? The sound of heavy rain plays. Hmm? The scene remains pitch black. A voice plays over the radio. This is Car 1 to HQ. Do you read? Car 1, over. The sound of thunder echoes in the distance. The stage slowly grows lighter. The sound of rain fades into the distance. The two ministry men are gone. A man, Yoshimura, appears, running on stage. Man, it's like someone's dumping a bathtub on us out here. Doesn't matter if you got an umbrella or not. Man. Even my underwear's soaked. I hate this man they're using. It's probably like that. Yeah. Right? Well, there it is. Oh no, that's yeah. Oops. There we go. Oh no, that's so it is. Yeah. Want to see? What? It's not something I get to see often, so absolutely. Oh, I didn't think you'd actually say yes. Someone you know? No way, I don't know any old men like him. You seemed awfully close while talking to him just now, though. Oh no, my heart belongs solely to you, Riki-san. I was just making conversation with a lonely middle-aged man who was babbling to himself. That's cruel. I'm still only 28, you know. So you round up, that's 30, right? At 30, you're well into middle age. Ouch. Listen here. Men get more mature and charming when they hit their 30s. They make ant farms? What? Riki-san, this man's gone nuts. Hmm? They don't make ants, they grow mature. What? They grow manure? This man's pretty far gone. You win, you win. Manure's fine. Can't beat you kids. Riki-san, this old man's a pretty funny guy. Maybe he'll give us some money if we beg. You really just met him? I'm surprised you can keep up a conversation. It's the same as with you and me. I spoke a whole lot when we first met, didn't I? Well, maybe that was more just me carrying on all by myself. It's not true. I had fun too. Sorry about earlier. I went too far. No. I should apologize. I'm sorry. Wow. You seduced her real good. I didn't think you'd take it in that direction. Shut up. We just got a good mood going here. Don't look so menacing. Fine, fine. I won't say a single word more. You go ahead and take it as far as you can go. Huh? What do you mean as far as I can go? Whoa, whoa. Riki-san, this guy's a perv. You're Riki-chan then? I'm Yoshimura. I'm here to tell you about the dam project. What are your hobbies and career, Yoshimura-san? Huh? Man. Yeah. No one's that blunt, even at formal marriage interviews. I have many different hobbies. I guess you could say my career is in freelance writing. Is that like a freeloader? It means he writes articles freely for different places. This next bus is in, well, it's quite some time from now. Today's my lucky day. I get to share shelter from the rain with a pair of cute young girls. Tonegawa and Arakawa return from the bathroom. Yoshimura looks disappointed. Oh, a friend of yours? Nah, just some strange old man. That's harsh. Oh, I'm Yoshimura. Please allow me to take shelter from the rain in here too. You two are with the dam project, right? Hello, Tonegawa. From the Ministry of Construction River Bureau Urban River Office. Hello, Arakawa, also from the office. Hello, Sonozaki Furude, also from Makes No Sense to Me. Wait. Domo. Wakarimasen no something. Des. What? Oh. I guess slowly. Looks like you're all getting along well. Are you all friends? All four look at each other and slowly shake their heads. You look like awfully close friends, though. You really do. Can you all stay like that for a moment? I want to take a picture of you four friends together. Okay, smile, smile. Pulling a camera out of his pocket and aiming it at them. The disgraceful state of modern high school girls. Ministry of Construction employees engaged in compensated dating in Hinamizawa. Blackout. Bam, bam, bam. The sound of pounding rings out. A moment of silence follows. The scene remains pitch black. A voice plays over a radio. HQ, over. HQ, over. All cars now in position. Thunder echoes. The stage steadily lights up. The sound of heavy rain fades into the distance. Man, I think it's a thunderstorm too. Yeah, this is some awful weather we're having. But I think I see the sky getting a little brighter in the distance. Maybe it'll all clear up by the time the bus gets here. Are you out here gathering information, Yoshimura-san? On the Hinamizawa Dam, I suppose? Yeah, the dam is at least part of it. But I'm gathering information generally. Now, on the villagers' protest movements against the dam project? Not that. The effect building the dam will have on the environment? No, not that. The contribution the dam will provide to the region? No, not that, not that. It's nothing nearly that serious. A surprise report on pretty young girls from northern Honshu. National beauties discovered in Hinamizawa? Mion freezes while holding a model's pose. Then, after a moment of silence, Yoshimura continues speaking, ignoring Mion. What I came to gather information on is... Yoshimura pauses to build tension. Mion remains frozen in her pose. Rika, exasperated, relents and shakes Mion's hand. Mion is once more silently overjoyed. What is it? Please don't keep holding out on us. Are you familiar with Oyashiro-sama? By Oyashiro-sama, you mean? Yes, that Oyashiro-sama. Huh? Who's that? That's ridiculous. It's just some stupid superstition. Of course it's superstition. It's just a simple fairy tale. It's stupid. You come all the way here just to gather information on something as stupid as that? You keep calling it stupid, but you seem pretty concerned about it. Arakawa-kun, calm down. Calm down. I don't get what's going on, but it's a fairy tale, right? Yes. It's a simple fairy tale. What on earth is he talking about? Sonozaki-san, do you know? Who's this whatever-san? We learned about him in elementary school, by the way. Wait, she's in elementary, no? Hundreds of homes. Does that mean the town is much better off than it was before? Or maybe the school was combined after people started leaving. Oyashiro-sama is the name of Hinamizawa's guardian deity. Everyone's that local knows about him. I've heard enough about Oyashiro-sama already. And you're planning on making me hear more? More of those stupid stories? Stories? Oyashiro-sama's fairy tales. They say that you try to defile Hinamizawa, you'll be cursed. Oh! That was actually a really good effect. Distant thunder. The sound of rain grows a little stronger. There's silence for a moment. It's a stupid story. Every rural village has a tale or two like that. That's right. There's no end to the number of legends about gods cursing people throughout all the regions of Japan. But the tales of this Oyasho-sama's curse are completely different from the rest. He really does curse people. No way! Curses aren't even a thing anymore. You're scaring them, Rika-san. Looks like you don't know, Mion-chan. Well, I don't blame you for that. It wasn't like everything got published in the news, after all. We can put an exact number on it. 4. 4 people working for the Ministry of Construction have already passed away. What? Their deaths were unnatural. This is ridiculous. It's just a series of simple accidents. So listen here. We're always working on the dam project one way or another. So I'm not going to stand for people claiming it's a curse wherever someone collapses on the job. I wouldn't be saying these things either if they had died ordinary deaths. Oh, theirs weren't even remotely normal. They weren't normal? Are you referring to Kondo-san at the end of last year? That one was highlighted in the newspapers. It happened on November 20th of last year. It was a gruesome incident, one where he stabbed his sleeping family members one after another before slitting his own throat. The man's name was Kondo Yoshiyuki. He was a member of the Ministry of Construction's River Bureau Development Division. He was one of the initial staff on the Hinamizawa Dam project, and he visited Hinamizawa several times. So it was some kind of murder-suicide thing? Ultimately, yes. At least, that's how it was settled. But no matter how hard the police investigated him, they couldn't find any reason he would commit suicide. I remember hearing rumors that he might have gotten his hands on some kind of drug. When they conducted the autopsy, they found absolutely no trace of any drugs in his system. At the time of the incident, he was pretty overworked, and the police decided that he had snapped because of it. I think what happened to him is tragic. And sure, it wasn't normal. But it's far too hasty to go claiming it was Oyasho-sama's curse. You're absolutely right. If it were an isolated incident, I wouldn't jump straight to blaming the curse either. What's going on in this story? There were others? Who were they? You said 4 staff members died, didn't you, Yoshimura-san? 1 second. Well, I haven't heard a thing about anyone other than Kondo-san. If a member of staff passed away, then you'd think we'd have gotten some notice about it. Nope. Right, Arakawa-kun? In the 80s, we definitely let people know that coworkers have died randomly. Pardon me, but you moved into the department in April, right, Tonigawa-san? Oh, yes. Up until April, I was with the Land Conservation Division of the Erosion and Sediment Control Department. They'd kept it hidden. Even more have died. Arakawa-kun? Is that true? Wow. Arakawa bitterly hangs his head. Tonegawa is left confused. After that incident with him, certain rumors began to spread among those in charge of the Hinamizawa Dam. The rumors were whispered well before that incident, but at the very least, they were treated as just fairy tales up until it occurred. By fairy tales, you mean... Yes. Oyasho-sama's curse. Stop this already, before I punch you. What kind of stories are they? These, well, fairy tales about Oyasho-sama. They're just stories, nothing more. Long, long ago, there lived a poor elderly couple with 3 sons. The 3 sons hated work in the fields and longed for a life of luxury. So one day they abandoned the fields their parents and ancestors had worked to travel to the capital. All 3 of them had ran away at once. So well, their parents worked hard all by themselves to protect their ancestors' land. But it wasn't enough. In the end, both of them collapsed and fell sick one day. They couldn't protect their ancestors' fields without the strength of their sons. So the elderly couple prayed to Oyasho-sama. "Please tell our sons to come home," they asked. First, Oyasho-sama visited the eldest son. He stood at the son's bedside and admonished him to return to his homeland. But after coming to know the gaudy life of the city, the oldest son stubbornly refused. So Oyasho-sama stood at his bedside for 7 days and 7 nights. But the eldest son would not return to Hinamizawa. Having him by his bedside every night must have been pretty rough. That sounds more like harassment. So then, in the end, the eldest son is cursed to death. Next, Oyasho-sama visited the second son's bedside. But the second son wouldn't return either. So the same happens to him. He goes crazy on the 7th day and dies. The third grew frightened by his brother's untimely death. So he fled back home. And then the 3 of them worked together to protect their fields. The end. Some consider it a fairy tale meant to promote the custom of those who are born here remaining until they die. And such a custom isn't that unusual. It's not like Kono-san was from here, though, right? No, he wasn't. In other words, this god, this Oyasho-sama, is strict towards both those who try to leave Hinamizawa and those outsiders who come to it. He's a garden deity, after all. The old folks opposed to the dam all keep talking about this. They've been getting a kick out of it, because they didn't think they'd get to hear such fairy tales again in modern times. Yes, it was a fairy tale, until that incident happened. Which one? Thunder rings in the distance. The rain continues pouring down hard. A moment of silence passes. I forget who was the first to say it. They said they've been having trouble because they can't get any sleep lately. They said that whenever they try to sleep, they get restless and wake up. They're overworked. Then one of them started saying this. When I try to sleep, I feel some kind of presence nearby. I turned the light on to look for them, but no one was there. Yet once I turned the light off again, I felt that same presence. They all thought it was amusing to play it up as Oyasho-sama's curse. Just leave the light on. I actually watched a movie about that recently. I forget what it was called, but it was on Netflix. Was it like Look Away, maybe? No, that was about the mirror. They said that Oyasho-sama was standing by their bedsides. Thinking back on it now, I believe Kondo-san was the first to complain about his lack of sleep. Kono-san, the way he was acting before the incident was no laughing matter. He swore something was there. He swore that every night when he tried to sleep, that he was there. He was there? No way. Then the incident happened. At that point, it was no simple laughing matter anymore. Our workplace was like a haunted mansion for a while after that. I sensed an eerie presence in the nap room. When I was up pulling overtime late at night, there was someone standing behind me. There was something following me in the train. It couldn't have gotten more ridiculous than that. It isn't ridiculous. He does exist. At Oyasho-sama. Yeah, at some point that something began to be called Oyasho-sama. I've never heard anything about these rumors. One thing about us Japanese people is that we all go quiet about anything taboo. The workers are hoping that not speaking about it will make it go away. But then it happened. There was a second and a third incident, and with every new incident that happened, they went even quieter in fear of Oyasho-sama's curse. The management was distressed by the situation, so they did everything in their power to try to cover it up. There's no way. Cover it up? When staff are dying? That's unthinkable. It's not like they were hiding the corpses or anything. They just made an effort to keep control over the information and keep it from reaching anyone not involved. They didn't want morale to go down any further at the workplace. The beatings will continue until morale improves. But those who knew, know. Right, Arakawa-san? That was an accident. Arakawa-kun. That's a break already. What's so funny? I mean, it's impossible not to laugh, right? Right? In this modern age? Laugh, laugh. We did laugh. We laughed and said, how could such a ridiculous thing be real? I did. My friends did. We all did. We all did. Then it happened again. The next victim was Kaki Numa-san from the Urban River office. Numa-san's death was an accident. That was no curse. Was he your friend? No. He was a worker I didn't know. He was a man who loved his liquor and gambling, and he smiled often. He was my direct predecessor at the job I have now. While there was an age gap between us, I often went drinking with him. He was a guy who'd drink the night away every night, even though he had a beautiful wife who looked a decade younger. He could have gone home early for her every now and then. Listen now, Ara-chan. Don't ever get married, you hear? You only have free time to yourself while you're single. He was just making fun, I bet. People like that are always the ones to diligently remember their anniversary and such, and come home on those days no matter what they may say. I don't think you can hear it, but there's actually laughing. Huh. Halfway through, Mion adds her unrestrained laugh to his bitter one. Suddenly, Arakawa interrupts his own laugh. With a shout. Everyone freezes, startled. Mion stops laughing too. I figured he must have been tired. He had been working very hard for several days in a row. So it made sense to me. The last train had long since left. So Numa-san was taking me home in his car like usual, while drunk. That's why I said to him, Numa-san, you look pretty tired. I've been having trouble sleeping lately, so I haven't gotten much sleep. Huh. Numa-san, please stop that. Is it showing up at your place too? The you-know-what. You don't sense anything, Ara-chan? At night? Sense something at night? Sounds like something naughty. I'm positive that they're there. Positive. When it bugs me, I turn on the lights. But there's only ever my wife and child in the room. Of course, right? But still, they're rarely there. Numa-san, please give me a break. They're there. They're there. What are you even saying is there? Kono-san also said things like that about a month before now, right? Kondo-san was, come on, you know? It was kind of, well, there were similar aspects. Maybe the same one that's showing up at my place was there at Kondo-san's place too. Let's stop this. All this talk about Kondo-san. I know. When Kondo-san said they were there, it was probably him. He definitely exists. With every passing day, I feel him even more strongly. Can we stop this already? Stop talking about this stuff. It's not any fun. Yeah, let's stop. But you know, I do sense its presence more strongly with every day that goes by. That's true. I feel him so strong. Feels like I'll find him standing there when I open my eyes. The light goes out, the stage goes dark. Listen, I think I'm about to meet him real soon. To meet Oyasho-sama. Oh, jeez. It happened late at night that day. He ran into a dump truck while driving in the opposite lane and passed away. That was an accident, even if it did happen right after that conversation. It was an accident. But I couldn't very well tell his wife about that. There's no way I could. No way I could tell her such a ridiculous story. At the time, they had thought he had fallen asleep behind the wheel. But the truth was different. Kakinuma-san's corpse was found with its throat scratched out. Both of his hands were covered in blood, and several of the nails were peeled off his fingers. I'm having trouble taking all this in here. In other words, whatever may have been running through his mind, he began to scratch out his throat right before he died. With such horrifying force that it peeled his nails off. How do you know about that too? Could you be? I investigated it. I am something of a reporter, you know. But how did you... He did meet him. Oyasho-sama, that is. Distant thunder, sound of rain, heavy silence. Did you know about Mori-san and Kato-san? That's why I couldn't see it. There we go. I don't. I really don't know about those two. I only just heard about Kato-san, so I don't really know. Kato-san left in front of a train at Nishi Funabashi Station in Chiba Prefecture and died. The station employees witnessed him demonstrating bizarre behavior right before jumping, but the details are unclear. I don't know. How about Mori-san? His was on site, wasn't it? You should have been working there too. On site? I didn't know about this. What happened? I don't know. I had left to go eat. When I came back, there was a huge commotion. But it was all over. It was over by the time I got back. So I don't know. I don't know anything. This is my first time hearing about that. How could I not hear about this when it happened on site? Because by then, Mori-san was the fourth. Oh, it was the other way around. Apparently, the upper management and the police had already come to an agreement beforehand regarding special circumstances. So everything, even inspection of the scene, was carried out in secret. Do you remember? There was a day where there was some commotion about an accident that happened while replacing gas valves. I think I remember something like that. They said the construction worker and staff member that were there got injured and were carried off in an ambulance. That was a crazy day. Of course, that was just a cover story. The truth is vastly different. What do you mean? They were lying. They used their authority to cover up the truth. Those who were involved kept their lips very tight, so I don't know too many details myself. But this is the truth. Mori-san had been sleeping, and just as their lunch break was ending, he suddenly shot up and stabbed the staff member sitting next to him with an owl. Then he continued to assault 3 other staff members, and before they managed to pin him down, he stabbed his own throat, ending his life. It all happened within a mere 1 or 2 minutes. I told you I'd gone out to eat, so I don't know. The stage goes dark. The light centers on Arakawa. Arakawa recalls the moment when he was cornered by Mori wielding an owl. Please stop this, Mori-san. They're not there. No one is there. There's no way they could be there. They don't exist. Please calm down. It's a fairy tale. They don't exist. Oyasho-sama isn't real. What happened then? I'm using the bathroom. I'm sorry. Please excuse me again. Arakawa bitterly leaves the stage. The sound of rain resumes. I never knew that such things had... No one knows the true identity of Yasho-sama's curse, but it definitely exists somehow. And the key to unraveling that mystery should be here in Hinamizawa. That's why. That's why I've come here, to find out what it is. You'll die. You'll die too. The very act of trying to uncover Yasho-sama's true identity is blasphemy toward Yasho-sama. If that's really why you've come to Hinamizawa, then you'll die too. A heavy silence hangs between them. Yoshimura doesn't respond. It's late. The bus. Is it about time for it to show up? It's probably delayed, right? Since it's raining. The sound of rain gradually fades out along with the lights. A moment of silence passes. The stage remains pitch black. A voice plays over a radio. Recon team, reporting in. There's outsiders with them. What? That's unexpected. Hotoda. Do we call it off? What? The sound of thunder strikes. The stage gradually grows brighter. The sound of heavy rain fades into the distance. Arakawa still hasn't returned from the bathroom yet. He's taking a while, that Arakawa-kun. Maybe he's feeling sick again. Arakawa-san's sick? Oh, you weren't there, were you? Earlier, while you were in the bathroom, he was squirming around, saying his head was throbbing. They said it was a sign of something. Subarachnoid hemorrhaging. Subarachnoid hemorrhaging. I'm going to go check on him. Tonigawa sits. Rika also stands up after a moment. I have some medicine that's good for headaches, so I'll go see him too. I'll be right back. Oh, sure. Take care. Mion and Yoshimura are left behind. There is silence and the sound of rain. Mion is concerned with her light headache the entire time. I'm starting to feel kind of sleepy. My head kind of hurts too. Maybe I have a cold. I was sightseeing in Tokyo the other day, though it was less sightseeing, more like I went there to enjoy Mouseland. Mouseland. Huh? Oh, you did? I've been sightseeing in Tokyo too. I went to Mouseland too, yeah. Well, that's really the only place I went as well. We stayed in a place called Hotel Seaside Edokai. It's an elegant hotel in Kasai Rinkai Park. Huh? 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 Me too! That's why I stayed too. What a coincidence. I took a walk around the park at night. It was incredible. That place was a sacred ground for couples. I felt ashamed being there while single. Same, same. I thought so too. The food was far more magnificent than I imagined it would be, but I lost out ordering the Japanese meal like my parents did. I didn't like the boiled fish at all, so I left the whole thing. Oh, you too, Yoshimura-san? I did that too. That night I couldn't sleep because I was so hungry. I had no choice but to slip out of the hotel to buy some cup noodles from the vending machine near the police box. But to my chagrin, I didn't have any change. So I was starving that night. You too? I did that too. The next morning, I had the cell phone I borrowed from my father with me in my pocket when I went to my bus business. Well, I accidentally dropped it in the toilet. I panicked and pulled it out without regard for how filthy it was. Then I tried drying it off with the hairdryer. I tried to fool my father by saying the battery had died, but that didn't work. You too? I rode all kinds of rides at Mouseland. I had a great time. I laughed the most on the pirate one. There was a mountain of treasure along the ride, so I leaned out of the gondola to try and touch it, but they yelled at me through the loudspeaker. The people working those theme parks sure watch carefully, don't they? You too? She getting closer over and over. You played as much as you could all the way up to the park's closing time, didn't you? Then right before the park closed, you stormed into an ice cream shop and begged your mother to buy you a rum raisin. There was this one man cleaning the park who was looking on as it kept dripping while you ate it. You waved at him, so he turned away from you. I think you got upset. Then when you looked back, it was dripping all over your skirt. You cried real hard, saying that you couldn't get on the train like that, right? Maybe carrying on so much came back to bite you, but you suffered a really bad headache the next morning. You took some medicine, but that was only a temporary relief. After your father and mother thought it over, they decided to move their plans forward and go home after that. You were unsteady on your feet from the headache, but you cried and pleaded with them. You said the headache would go away soon. But your parents decided to go home because they treasured their daughter. You still regret that, don't you? From the time you went sightseeing in Tokyo. Huh? Yeah, sure. Thunder rings in the distance. The sound of rain continues. A long silence passes between them. Mion is pretending to smile, but her face is pale. Her shoulders are shuddering. You're in favor of the dam, right? You're hoping that you'll be able to move to Tokyo with the compensation money. But due to your parents' work, you're likely to move to the local city. But you can make that compromise, because it's still far more metropolitan than Hinamizawa at the very least. There's plenty of buildings taller than the fire department there. How do you know all of that? You left your soul back in Tokyo. Your heart's not here in Hinamizawa anymore. That's bad for you, isn't it? Being like that. Bad? Bad how? Because of Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama curses those who try to abandon Hinamizawa, you know. If I were this Oyashiro-sama, then you'd be out, in my mind. What do you think? Mion steps back, shuddering a little. I've always been the type who believes in them, ever since I was little. I believe in fairy tales, nursery rhymes, and even ghost stories. I know they're all made up, but I still believe in them. Ever since you suffered that headache in Tokyo, you haven't been able to brush off your worries about Oyashiro-sama, have you? Even though you know they're made-up stories, right? Who are you? Me? Who am I? Yoshimura begins to laugh like crazy. Mion stands there dumbstruck by his bizarre state. I told you earlier, didn't I? I'm Yoshimura. Yoshimura, the freelance writer, and not just some freeloader. Thunder violently roars. The scene goes dark with the sound of a heavy downpour. A moment of silence passes. The stage remains dark. A voice plays over the radio. HQ to all cars. Due to the involvement of outsiders, commencement of the operation is postponed. All cars go to standby. Be ready to move immediately. Remain vigilant. We do not know how this will go. Thunder booms out again. The stage steadily grows lighter. The sound of pouring rain fades into the distance. All 5 people are sitting on the bench. Well, is the medicine working? I'm sorry. Feel much better now. Thank you very much. It worked? Okay. Rika-san, could I have some too? Of that headache medicine, I mean. Mine's a bit... Your head is hurting too? No, it's fine right now. Though it really hurt earlier. I have some medicine. Want it? I'm fine. Mion refuses with an excessive response. Yoshimura, Tonigawa, and Arakawa are all a bit surprised by her odd reaction. I see. Alright then. Still, that bus sure isn't coming, is it? It should be here by now, though. It is raining out, after all. There's a moment of silence, accompanied by the sound of rain. Then 2 detectives, Hoshino and Okano, enter. Sort of like a stage play. There's more again. More people. Why are there so many people coming here today of all days? There's usually no one here. Because it's raining out. Good afternoon. Are all of you waiting for the bus? Yes. Itchy eye. Should be here soon, though. The bus isn't coming. What? Huh? What do you mean by that? Please listen calmly. We're with the police? We're currently investigating the area around here in regards to a case. We'd like it if you would all cooperate with us. A case? What is it? What's happened? Like we said, please remain calm. We believe the culprit behind a slashing that took place in the city this afternoon is hiding out in this location. So at present, this area is being cordoned off. That's why the bus won't be coming. A slasher? Some degenerate? A drug addict? Please, cut us a break already. How many people were killed? I can't provide any details, but there have already been several victims. And the culprit? Their gender? Their age? What are they like? Do you write mysteries for a living or something? I'd like to see your ID. Does my business card work? Yoshimura. I'm a freelance writer. Do you have anything with your photo on it? Oh, fortunately not. What about you two? We're with the Ministry of Construction. Here's our licenses and employee IDs. Thank you. We appreciate all your hard work. And what about you two? Huh? So what was the culprit like? Maybe one of us has seen him. Yes. That's right. Please tell us. There's not enough information right now, so we can't be certain. However, there's a high chance that it was done by 2 people. Yoshimura stands up and looks over at the 2 ministry men, then Mion and Rika. Of course, we could be mistaken. There's also a chance they were acting alone. As for gender, there's a high chance they were male. Mion stands up and looks over at the 2 ministry men, and then at Yoshimura. Yoshimura eyes the two ministry men suspiciously. They both wince. Witness accounts were vague, so we can't rule out the possibility it was done by a woman. Well, these two from the ministry certainly are who they say they are, so there's no problems there. It'll be easy to confirm their alibis, too. In other words, you have absolutely no idea who the culprit might be, is that right? We simply can't offer any specific details. After all, the suspect might be one of you all. So? What about your IDs? Does a post office card work? You two are students, right? Detective, I think that man Yoshimura there is suspicious. Today's a weekday, right? Why aren't you in school? Well, today's the anniversary of our school's founding. Do you mind if we talk to them for a bit? Wait, school is closed. Everyone's come down with the flu. First it's the founding day, now the school's closed. What'll it be next? Because it's raining. Mion and Rika leave the scene with Hoshino. Oh, is it alright if I go use the bathroom? Just gotta check something. Ooh. I have food tomorrow. I don't mind. Go ahead. I'll be right back then. Tonegawa leaves the scene. After a moment, Okano gets a call. Yes, Okano here. Yes. Okano exits the stage, talking on his phone. Yoshimura watches agape as they leave. Arakawa holds his head in like his headache has returned. What's the matter? Another headache? Yes. It's hurting again. They really seem painful. If I could take them all on for you, I would. Damn it. This sucks. They say there are lots of different causes for headaches. Colds and eye strains are the leading causes, but there are a lot of other ones too. It's funny, but apparently you don't feel any pain when the brain itself is damaged. Even though it hurts this bad? When people commit suicide, they sometimes shoot their heads with a pistol, right? Apparently you actually experience the least pain when dying that way. In contrast, committing seppuku is surprisingly painful. Because unlike when you damage the brain, you feel all the pain in your stomach. That's why there was always a second, you know? That person's job was to behead the man before they suffered too much. I guess that wasn't a very funny tidbit, was it? That looks so painful. I almost wish I could be your second at this point. That's not funny. In your case, I imagine the cause of the headache is lack of sleep. Does that sound right? Are you getting at least 6 hours of sleep at night? What time do you usually turn in for bed? I turn the lights out just before midnight. I get a full 7 hours sleep. Really? If you're really getting that much sleep, then you shouldn't be in so much pain. Arakawa continues writhing in pain. Yoshimura continues speaking like he knows what's going on. Were you really able to sleep? Truly? I slept. I am sleeping. Making sure to turn the lights out? If you leave the lights on, you can't get decent sleep, you know? I just Forgot to turn them off a bit. Did you really close your eyes? You can't call it sleep if you're just lying down. I closed them. I closed my eyes and tried to sleep. But you couldn't sleep? I tried to sleep. I tried to. Why couldn't you close your eyes? Shut up. Why does any of that even matter? Must be tough going every night without sleep, huh? I'm not going without sleep. Kondo-san said so too. That it was tough missing sleep. I don't care about Kondo-san. I'm not going without sleep. You try to sleep, sure, but you feel restless and end up waking up. Isn't that right? It's not true. But at some point you began to feel it, didn't you? Feel it? I'm not feeling anything. Anything at all. A dim, pure red light shines down on the stage. The light centers on Arakawa. You don't sense anything, Aura-chan? At night? I don't sense anything. Nothing. I'm positive they're there. Positive. They're not there. There's nothing there. Kondo-san also said things like that about a month before now, right? The red light changes into a blue one. Of course you can laugh at that. However, they're really there. They're not there. It's all... No, they are there. Sure, it's easy to doubt something you can't see with your own eyes. But even if you can't see them there, they're still there. Wah! The blue light changes back to red once more. Ah! Don't touch me! Don't you touch me! Kato-san, please, calm down. Looking down on me. Every damn one of you keeps making fun of me. Ah! Fine by me, then. I'll accept that fight of yours. You're nothing to be afraid of at all. I'm not picking a fight with you, so please, calm down. Come on. I'll kill you. I'll kill everyone who makes fun of me. Screw you, Ashura-sama. You think I'm too scared of the curse to fight? Kato-san. The train is pulling in. The sound of an oncoming train is heard, followed by an unpleasant splat. Wait, he was there for that one too? The light shining on Arakawa goes out. The stage is once more lit by blue lights. So is this a stage play or something? That's so weird. Ah! They don't exist. Ashura-sama doesn't exist. You hate it, don't you? Not being able to meet them when they're there. It's frustrating, isn't it? When they're right there next to you. They're not there. They're not there. They're not there. Kondo-san got to meet them. Kakinuma-san did too. No. 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 Mori-san met them too. Kato-san, he met them also. Stop it already. That's enough. That's enough. You want to meet them, right? You should want to meet them. No. No. Help! Arakawa crawls along the ground, trying to escape it to anywhere else. Yet his headache is terrible, and he doesn't get very far. Why do you refuse him? If you met him, you'd be saved, right? Ah, no. No. You shouldn't be so frightened when you're an adult. It's rather pathetic. Arakawa's legs give out at center stage, and he just keeps shuddering. Huh? Did you wet yourself by chance? How embarrassing. The light shines in Arakawa. An expressionless Mion, Rika, Tonigawa, Hoshino, and Okano enter the scene. They slowly surround him at a distance. What's up with all of you? You used to go to Yanagawa Municipal Elementary, didn't you? It happened in 3rd grade, right? You were unfortunate enough to feel the call of nature on your way home from school, so you decided to take care of it in the bushes in secret. What? Hey, Arakawa was shitting outside. He's shitting outside. What? What's with you all? You'd all do it too if there wasn't a bathroom nearby. I wouldn't. I generally wouldn't. I'd definitely go look for a bathroom. Doing outside is just gross. Ah, he's coming over here. He's coming over here. It's Shitman. All but Yoshimura and Arakawa are laughing loudly. Shitman was a big hit, wasn't it? It became pretty popular. So that became your nickname, even when you changed grades and classes, all throughout 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. The one who gave you that nickname was a young girl named Hirayama Yuko-san. You hated her, didn't you? If that girl hadn't given you that nickname, then you wouldn't have suffered such awful treatment. So you beat her, didn't you? Over and over again with a broomstick. You kept beating her, even after she started crying. Hey, Arakawa-kun. Hey, girl, that's real low. Arakawa hit me. Scumbag. There's no reason to do that to a girl. Hey, Arakawa. You can tell me, your teacher in secret. Do you like Hirayama? Even in middle school, Shitman was all the rage. It hurt when people you had never met before looked at you with curiosity, didn't it? Him? The one everyone calls Shitman? You should stay away from him. I hear he stinks. Gross, gross, gross. Shut up. I only did it the one time. Now shut up about it. Your hardship of mandatory education finally came to an end, and at long last, you were able to make a new start in high school. You heaved a sigh of relief when you saw there wasn't a single person from your middle school in the same grade as you. But then you saw you had an upperclassman. Hey there. Are you Shitman? Huh? Huh? Even now, you have no idea how that name got passed from school to school. But, unfortunately for you, someone heard that name somewhere. All but Yoshimura and Arakawa continued to laugh. Arakawa clenches his umbrella and stands up, still wobbling. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Speaking of which, he talked about a cell phone, which means this can't be set in the 80s. I'm pretty sure the first cell phone was like mid-90s. Be quiet. If you don't shut up, I'll kill you. If you hit a girl, however, you'd quickly be treated as a villain. So you gritted your teeth and endured it. Dumbass. I won't go easy on you just because you're a woman. I'm going to check that real quick. First cell phone. 1983. But obviously, it won't spread that quickly. Arakawa steps towards Mion and Rika, swinging his umbrella around. They both back off, laughing all the while. If you hit a guy, then they quickly fought back. So you gritted your teeth and endured it. Fuck off. I'll kill you. I don't care who you are, I'll kill you. Arakawa steps towards Tonegawa, Hoshino, and Okano, swinging his umbrella around. All three back off, laughing as they do. Arakawa remains center stage, swinging his umbrella around in frustration. The other five, all laugh even harder. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you all! You shitheads! Ah! It must have been painful. It must have been tough. So wouldn't you want to seek it? Your salvation? Of course you'd want it. Yes, you definitely would. I'll kill everyone who makes fun of me. Roar! Do you want to meet them now? Meet who? You know, both Kondo-san and Kakenuma-san. They went through plenty of hard times too. But they're free now. Same with Mori-san and Kato-san. That's so. So that's how it is. What? You want to meet them, right? You want to meet them, right? Bring their ass to me. I'll kill everyone who makes fun of me. Screw the curse. So what about this Oyasho-sama crap? I'll go ahead and meet them then. And I'll kill every last one of them. You want to meet them? You want to meet them? You want to meet them? You said it, didn't you? You want to meet them? Now I'll help you meet them. I'll help you meet Oyasho-sama. What? Wait. The scene flashes, then goes dark. Thunder rumbles. A moment of silence follows. The stage remains dark. A voice is heard over a radio. HQ to all cars. Once the outsiders have been removed, storm in. I repeat, once the outsiders have been removed, storm in. Thunder echoes out. The stage steadily grows lighter. Arakawa lies convulsing at center stage, his throat and fingers covered in blood. Yoshimura looks around in a panic, not knowing what to do. Hoshino, Okano, Mion, Rika, and Tonigawa return to the stage. Arakawa-kun, what's going on? Are you okay? What happened here? That's why I'd like to know. He suddenly started groaning some nonsense. Then he went crazy. I thought he was going to kill me. Hoshino looks at Arakawa's wounds. Did you do this? There's no way I did. That man, he suddenly started scratching at his own throat. The blood. The blood. He's gone. Let's carry him out. Okano, lend me a hand. Can you save him? Hey! Hey! Tonigawa leaves the stage, following Hoshino and Okano as they carry Arakawa. He suddenly went crazy? Yeah, that's right. I didn't do this. He scratched out his own throat. Go and examine the fingerprints or something. It wasn't me. No one's saying that you killed him. Killed? He's going to die? Do you think they can save him with the state that he was in? What on earth are you saying happened here? Arakawa-san scratched on his own throat and died. Those are the facts. Why? How did that happen? That's what I'd like to know. You were watching him, weren't you? He... So this was the fifth victim then. Wasn't it, Yoshimura-san? Wait, you mean this was Oyasho-sama's curse? It'll make good material, won't it? Did you get your pictures? Did you manage to record your interview with him? Or was it all off the record? You idiot! This isn't the time for that. I wonder who the sixth victim will be. What do you think, Yoshimura-san? Let's stop this, Rika-san. Let's stop this already. The sixth victim might be the first person who wasn't with the Ministry of Construction. Hey, Yoshimura-san. Wouldn't it be more effective to write down your own experience instead of getting an interview? All right. I'll forget all about Oyasho-sama. I'll stop covering the story. When I get back to my inn, I'm packing my bags and getting out of here. That's the spirit. But do you think Oyasho-sama will permit that? A tense silence passes between them. Then Hoshino comes up. Rika Furude-san, could you come with me for a bit? Sorry, got so many freaking messages. That, and get it out of there. There we go. No more spams. None at all. Yes. Rika leaves the stage, following Hoshino, but her eyes continue to menace Yoshimura until the very last moment. Ah, ah, that girl is too threatening. Did Arakawa-san really die? How would I know? It was all so sudden. He suddenly started groaning to himself. Then he went crazy and swung his own umbrella around everywhere. I had no idea what was going on. Does that mean he died from Oyasho-sama's curse? He did say that. He said Oyasho-sama. But something so like this isn't possible. Really? Did he really say Oyasho-sama? He said it. Yes, he said it. I'm sure of that. Thunder rumbles. Damn it. I'm scared. I'm scared. Damn it. Damn it. Yoshimura shudders as he looks downward, his face on the verge of tears. Hey, Yoshimura-san. It was you, right? You did it. Huh? Don't say something so stupid. There's no way I'd do that. The slasher the police were looking for is you, isn't it? What are you saying? You're pissing me off. Whoa, get back. If I start shouting, the detectives will come right back here. Stop screwing around. What are you even saying? What are you claiming that I did? This attitude is completely different from how calm you were earlier. Please tell me. Who are you? How did you know all those things about me? What are you even talking about? You and that last guy both. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what's going on, Teaspoon. What is wrong with you all? You're mad. This whole place is fucking mad. Ah! Yoshimura falls to his knees and wails. Mion remains indifferent to it. You're the one that's not normal. So who are you? A sharp pain races through Mion's head. My head. Yeah. Yoshimura's crying somehow changes into laughter. Yoshimura? Who am I? I've told you many times. I'm Yoshimura. Yoshimura, the freelance writer. So, stay away from me. You think I'm the one who killed Arakawa-san? So, somebody! Come here! You'll have to shout a little louder, or no one will come for you. Mion Sonozaki-san. Detectives! Rika-san! Yoshimura gently waves his hand, and Mion coughs like something's stuck in their throat. That's improper. A young lady your age shouldn't be raising her voice for no reason. How? Where did everybody go? Allow me to answer your first question. Was it me that killed Arakawa-san? The answer is yes. What? Allow me to answer your second question. Am I the slasher? That's also yes. No, stay away from me. How did I know all those things about you? I won't be answering questions that can't be answered with yes or no. Why did you kill him? Does one need a reason? Now this is interesting. That suggests some murders are permitted, depending on their reason. Is that what you're telling me? You murderer! Yoshimura waves his hand once more, and Mion coughs like something's stuck in her throat. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on still this whole time, so... That's improper, so stop that. No shouting. Alright, enjoy your dinner. Help me. What are we going to do with you? You say you hate Hinamizawa because it's so rural. You prefer the big city. You prefer Tokyo. You keep saying these things. That's no good, you know? Oyasho-sama won't allow it. Oyasho-sama, your dead grandmother warned you so much too. Oh, she's dead? Yet you still let Tokyo steal your heart. What a shame. Don't kill me. All those men from the Ministry of Construction were outsiders, after all. They didn't know Yashiro-sama very well, so he was lenient with them. But you, a villager of Hinamizawa, you'll receive no mercy. Stop! Don't kill me! Forgive me! You want forgiveness? Yes. Yes. Your father's told you before, hasn't he? You only need to say yes once. If you say it twice, you aren't being sincere. I'm sorry. Yes. Will you agree to never again long for Tokyo? Yes. Will you swear to live your life in Hinamizawa and die in Hinamizawa? Yes. Yes. One yes is enough. I'm sorry. So you surely can't possibly accept the existence of the dam project, can you? You'll oppose it, won't you? Yes. Wonderful. You're now a truly wonderful young lady who loves her homeland. Very well. If you agree to uphold the vows you just made for the rest of your life, then we can make an exception this time. We could perhaps overlook this. Thank you so much. However, we can't just leave you as you are right now. We need to cleanse you, to make you split up that foul, black corruption stuck in your stomach that made you want to abandon Hinamizawa. Are they going to create Shion? I'll do anything. I'll do anything to be forgiven. It's going to hurt, you know. It'll be painful, you know. If you can't endure it, then you may very well still die. So are you sure? Huh? It's going to hurt? But overcoming that pain will make you a villager of Hinamizawa once more. Here I go. Yoshimura waves his hand, and intense pain races through Mion's stomach. Mion can't hold back her scream. Please stop. Ah! Bear with it. Accept this as your punishment. More thunder. Mion groans over and over. Eventually, she takes up the umbrella Arakawa dropped and stands unsteadily. What do you think you're doing? Oh, I'll kill you. Kill me? Stop this at once. Stop this. Right now. If we stop, then the corruption within you won't come out. Stop it. Stop it. If you don't stop, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. What a shame. In the end, you were hopeless. What a shame. Oh. Mion swings the umbrella at him with a roar. Yoshimura easily dodges it. Now you die, coughing up the filth inside of you. You can die, crawling on your knees in a sea of filth. Just like Arakawa-kun. Ah! It's climbing up. It's climbing up? It looks like it started to climb out of your stomach and up your esophagus. The corruption deep within your stomach will climb up in the form of maggots. No, maggots? No! Now, spit them all up. Spit out those thousands of filthy, squirming maggots. Go on. Go on. No, no, no! Somebody help me. Rika-san! My throat. It itches. Mion! Mion! Somebody come here! Rika flies to Mion's side. Yoshimura steps back in shock. Hoshio and Okano race over a moment later and shove Yoshimura away. What are you doing? Yoshimura grabs Okano in confusion. However, Okano easily forces him to the ground. Sorry, but you'll be coming with us. What are you people claiming I've done? Ow! Let go of me! Okuno leaves the stage, holding on to Yoshimura. Hoshino glances at Rika, and then leaves as well. A short moment later, Mion begins to sob. Rika-san! Rika-san! It's alright now. It's alright now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you go through something terrible? Was it painful? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There were so many maggots. It's alright now. I'm here with you. Okay? Rika-san. Rika-san! Mion sobs into Rika's chest. The stage steadily goes dark. A moment of silence passes. The stage remains dark. A voice plays over the radio. HQ over. HQ over. The outsiders have been removed. Time to go pick up Rika. I repeat. The outsiders have been removed. Thunder roars. The stage steadily grows brighter. The sound of heavy rainfall fades into the distance. Only Mion and Rika remain. All is silent save for the rain. Have you calmed down? Yes. Thank you. Cheer up. I love it when you're full of life. I'm okay now. I'm good. That man was the one who killed Arakawa-san. Yoshimura-san, you mean? He was capable of using some kind of strange supernatural power. He used that power on Arakawa-san. He nearly killed me too. I'm glad you're safe. He was the one behind the murders in the city, too. He said so himself. We were right here, with such a terrifying person. But it's all over now. The detectives have taken him away. There's no one who will hurt you anymore. Rika-san, thank you for saving me. If you hadn't come for me, Mion. Thank you, Rika-san. Thank you. That's enough. You can stop now. I haven't done anything to deserve your gratitude. All I can do is stay here beside you like this. Thank you. The sound of rain continues. Mion finally calms down enough to separate herself from Rika. I'm sorry for letting you see me like that. Hey, Mion, why did you become my friend? Huh? What's this out of the blue? I'm all quiet. Barely there, right? It's not like I can talk about anything interesting. And of course, I don't have any other friends. That day we talked for the first time was the start of everything for me. I was so happy. You're exaggerating, Rika-san. So tell me, why did you talk to me? There were plenty of other, happier people, right? So why did you talk to me? Well, that's because you and I are tied by the red string of fate. I'm being serious here. Tell me. Rika stares into Mion's eyes with a stern look. Rika-san? Please. I have to know. Tell me. Don't get mad, please. I won't get mad. I thought that you looked lonely. Huh? You always seemed so isolated in the classroom. No one would talk to you. I felt bad for you, so that's why I spoke to you. Oh. But that's not the case anymore. Now you're my best friend. There was a time when I was just like you were. People can be pretty cool when you look all cruel, when you look all gloomy. Makes them even less inclined to talk to you. Even though all you want is at least one friend. Mion. So it wasn't just out of pity. I decided myself that I was going to be your friend. Otherwise, it would be too sad for you. It was out of pity. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. Tears start streaming from Rika's eyes. Mion becomes shocked and confused. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. What's wrong? Rika-san? You've been my only friend, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rika-san? What? What have I done? Rika pulls a small bottle of pills from her pocket and hands them to Mion. Run. Huh? When your head hurts too much to bear, take only one. Bring them with you. What are you talking about, Rika-san? I don't understand. Run. It doesn't matter where, just hurry. Run? To where? Anywhere but your home. You telling this all of a sudden doesn't mean... Why? It doesn't matter where, just hurry. Get out of here. Please explain why. Tell me the reason. Why do I have to run away? And what about you, Rika-san? Are you not running? I'll take care of everything. So forget about me now, and run. Rika-san. Just go. If you don't hurry, then they'll... Run! Wait, what? Hoshino and Okano suddenly appear. Hotoda and Oda appear as well, following behind Nita. Oh, this is all of them. Rika stands in front of Mion, shielding her. We can't have you running away on us, Rika-san. Stay back. You're the police, right? What do you need? These men are not police. Oh? Pleasure to meet you. You must be Mion Sonozaki-san, right? Yes, hello. Chief, she's already at the terminal stage. Please take care not to agitate her. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Hiroaki Nita. I work in the Infectious Disease Control Division of the Ministry of Health Service Bureau. This is Okano-kun. I'm Okano. I work in the same Infectious Diseases Control Division. I know we introduced ourselves as police before, but that was false. I apologize. I'm Oda, also from the same Infectious Disease Division. Oda as well. Nice to meet you. Hoshino. Hoshino is with us from the Division of Parasites in the National Institute for Infectious Diseases. She's been sent to us as a specialist to help with this matter. Okay. We're sure seeing a parade of government officials today, huh? First the Ministry of Construction, now the Ministry of Health. Are the Ministry of Education and Finance coming too? They won't be coming. Rest assured. Go home. I'm not handing Mion over. Rika-san, that's not an option at this point. I'm getting kind of a bad feeling here. But what's going on? Do you need me for something? Oh, of course we do. We'd love to have your cooperation, Mion-san. That's why we've brought all of our staff here. Please pardon our earlier rudeness. I feel like I'm getting the VIP treatment here. It doesn't feel that bad, though. Well, of course you are. We'll be providing you with the best possible living conditions, Sonozaki-san. Hooray! Did you really think I'd say that? Idiots. There's no way such a sweet deal would come without strings attached. You would be correct. Though there is a reason for it. I'll explain that reason to you now, so please listen calm. It will be slightly difficult to believe, you see? Hoshino-san, would you please? Since you're from Hinamizawa, you must already know, right? About Uyashiro-sama's curse. I'm sorry. I'd rather pass on talking about Uyashiro-sama again. We won't take much of your time. To start from the conclusion, Oyashiro-sama's curse does indeed exist. You witnessed the agonizing death of the man from the Ministry of Construction a few moments ago, right? That was a result of the curse. No way! The one on Earth was Yoshimura. He was... Mitsuru Yoshimura was an ordinary freelance writer, just as he said. That can't be true. He killed Arakawa-san. He was the slasher. He himself said that he was the one who did it. We lied about there being a slasher. That was a lie we used in order to lead the outsiders away. Huh? But Yoshimura himself said that Yoshimura hasn't done anything. He hasn't killed anyone. But I nearly killed myself. Was nearly. He used some kind of strange power to stir up the insides of my stomach. Stay calm. Stay calm. Please, let us finish speaking. Hoshino-san, please continue. I mentioned that the curse does exist, but naturally that means there's a real cause behind the curse. It's a bug. A bug? It's an extremely rare bug, and we've taken to calling it the Hinamizawa ant. It resembles an ant in its appearance, though its behavior is completely different. The Hinamizawa ant, as unbelievable as it may sound, is a parasite that inhabits the brain. How it enters its host is still unclear to us at present. Of course, this is also a rare infection, for which no treatment has been established. Yeah, you shouldn't try too hard to think about it. It's disturbing enough to think that a minuscule ant is living packed in tight in the folds of the brain, right? This organism can only live in a unique environment, and outside of Hinamizawa, it doesn't live for very long, which makes the bug endemic to Hinamizawa. So is this ant or whatever living inside of my brain as well? Yes. But there's nothing to fear. Approximately 90% of the residents in Hinamizawa are hosts to it. Yet despite that, no one's lives seem to be particularly impeded by it, right? It's quite symbiotic. But that's still creepy. To think there's some weird bug living in my head? The human body is a universe of its own. We can't just eject whatever we don't like about it. Hoshino-san, you're getting sidetracked. Pardon me. So this ant, of course, has a queen. Now, if these ants grow too far separated from their queen, in other words, if the host human goes too far away from Hinamizawa, then they go insane. They start secreting various neurochemicals at random, causing the host's emotions to become unstable. This leads to the growth of a persecution complex, with the host believing that someone is watching over them, or that someone is after their life, and those emotions grow even stronger. Ultimately, they begin seeing and hearing hallucinations, so that eventually it feels like everything that enters their vision is after their life. It's time to feed the cat, so I'll be right back. I'm going to test this 1 minute ad break button. Alright, I'm back. Why does it say preparing 1 minute ad? Does that mean how long it takes before you can run another? Yeah, that's how it is. Okay. Good. We don't want to do it again. Great. Ultimately begin searching So eventually it feels like everything... Yeah, we already read that. That's when tragedy strikes. If they're home, they try to kill their families. And if they're at work, they try to kill their colleagues. In the terminal stages, they claim to feel like some foreign substance is crawling inside of their body. Then they feel that sensation climbing up their esophagus, and the victims then scratch their throats until they die. Terrifying, isn't it? However, it's perfectly safe so long as they live in Hinamizawa. How long does it take to start? How far can the host go before the ant goes crazy? Those have varied greatly between individual cases, so we can't make any broad generalizations, unfortunately. In one extreme case, they develop symptoms on the first day after leaving Hinamizawa. But of course, there's also a case where the person lived outside of Hinamizawa for many years before displaying any symptoms. So how does all this creepy stuff have anything to do with me, who was just literally about to vomit up ants? Or maggots? There only exists one queen, and its host is this woman right here. Rika-san. Woman? Huh? While I'm nearby, your head doesn't hurt, right? You don't see strange things. You don't hear strange things, do you? Huh. So if something were to happen to Rika-san, and the queen were to die, what do you believe would happen? Every single one of the tens of thousands of hosts to the ant living in Hinamizawa would all develop symptoms at once. Tens of thousands. Every single person in town, all at once. It would lead to an unfathomable tragedy. The people of the city would begin killing each other, like an image straight out of hell. However, we're placing the greatest of cautions in securing Rika-san's safety. If something were to happen to Rika-san, it would be terrible. Wow. Huh. Rika-san's amazing, huh? Wow. Wow, that almost looks like a perfect picture. They really improved with their art. So now, here come along two unfortunate problems. The one is the Hinamizawa Dam project that you already know about. The queen can only live within the limited environment of Hinamizawa. If Hinamizawa is submerged under a dam, then the queen won't have anywhere she can survive. Our upper brass are currently taking measures to handle that problem. The dam project will probably be rescinded in a few days. Then there's the other problem. Rika-san was born with a poor constitution, and she can't stand hosting the queen. If nothing is done, then Rika-san will grow debilitated within the next few years and die. That will have the consequences we've already described. The queen needs to be transplanted into a healthy body. Fortunately, the surgery for that is quite simple. What? However, it's more difficult finding a suitable host for the queen. We have to find the one person who may or not exist within the tens of thousands of hosts. Are you telling me that I'm... That's you, Sonozaki-san. We only recently identified that you were a suitable host. However, you're already displaying symptoms. Symptoms? You'll have to go have fun, right? In Tokyo. Unfortunately, you began displaying symptoms back then. Your head starts pounding, right? You can't sleep at night, right? When Rika-san isn't close by, you go through bizarre experiences, don't you? You're already at the terminal stages. Case in point, just now. You were trying to scratch out your own throat. What? Bizarre experiences? Then, the man Yoshimura assaulted. You want forgiveness. I killed... Oh. You just saw a hallucination of Yoshimura, behaving bizarrely. Yoshimura hasn't done anything. You just went wild, all on your own. No way. Then, I'm the one who's crazy? Rika-san? This is why. I told you that you shouldn't go to Tokyo. Am I going to go crazy and die too? No way. No way. You're alright. As long as you're with me, you're fine. I'll stay beside you forever. So you'll be alright. You can't go with her to the bathroom, or follow her into the tub when she bathes, right? It's impossible for you two to live your entire lives clinging to each other. Am I going to die then? Am I going to die? At this rate you will. But if we transplant the queen, we can save you. Rika-san won't grow increasingly debilitated anymore either once we extract the queen. So once we transplant the queen from Rika-san into you, both of you will be saved. Can you really save me by doing that? We can save you. Rika-san? Don't let them hoodwink you. These people were never planning to treat you like a human being. That's not true. Without your cooperation, tens of thousands of people in Hinamizawa will fall victim to this bug. So why would we treat you without care? Don't listen to them. Think back. You skipped school with me today to come play around, right? Did you say anything about that to anyone else? Why would I ever make a point of publicly declaring that I was skipping school? Which means that no one knows what you've been doing today, right? Well, sure. I didn't tell anyone after all. Those clothes you're wearing today. I asked you to wear them, right? You told me I looked cutest in this outfit, so I made a point of wearing it for you. Which means the outfit you'd be wearing today was known beforehand, right? Well, sure. You asked me to wear it. When you're at school, you're always talking about wanting to escape from here and move to Tokyo, right? How many people have you said that to? I don't remember every time I brought it up. I say it to everyone I met. Which means it's a known fact that everyone knew you held an excessive admiration for Tokyo, right? Rika-san, what are you talking about? How is any of that related to this? At 9 this morning, all the money in your bank account was withdrawn. A girl who looks like you, dressed up in that same outfit, did it with a forged card. Huh? What did you say? But my PIN number. You told me before, didn't you? That your PIN number was your birthday. Who? Who stole my money? You did. Someone looking just like you is what's been recorded on the post office's security cameras. Milan can't understand any of what's going on, but she totters away from Rika towards the center of the stage. Then her head begins to ache once more. Ow. My head hurts. On the bullet train heading into Tokyo, there was someone looking just like you who, claiming to have lost her ticket, caused a big commotion about it. In the end, the ticket was found, but that girl left a strong impression on the conductor. So then in Tokyo, someone looking just like you appeared at several different police boxes. She made a big fuss about losing her wallet, but each time she ran away when they tried to ask for her address. The officers all suspect that she was a girl running away from home. So right about now, the officers in the area are circulating a fax with your description on it. Why is all that happening? Instead of going to school, Mion Sonozaki withdrew her savings and boarded the bullet train to Tokyo, where she disappeared. That's how the story is going to be. You have a previous record of running away from home in middle school too, after all. Please stop saying these ridiculous things. I'm not in Tokyo. I'm right here. Yeah. Piece it together. This is a trap. It's a clever trap to kidnap you. These people were never planning to treat you like a human being. They're only interested in your brain. You'll only be used as their guinea pig. Lies. Lies. These people claim they're from the Ministry of Health, but they're actually with a different organization. These people are from the National... Enough. We understand your attitude on this, Rika-san. So we'll change our attitude as well. Sonozaki-san, everything Rika-san told you is true. We're only interested in your brain. So, stay back. It hurts, doesn't it? If you have the surgery, it'll stop. Now, come with us. No, I don't want to be a guinea pig. Mion, stay beside me, or your symptoms will advance even further. Don't you forget, Rika-san here also voluntarily played an important role in this abduction plan. Why, in fact, she's the one who proposed this very operation. Rika-san did? You're lying. Riki-san couldn't bear the burden of hosting the queen anymore. So she's the one who proposed trying to transplant it into someone else. And, after our investigation, we learned that you were a compatible host. However, to first set up this abduction, Riki-san needed to build a friendship with you, so that it wouldn't seem unnatural for you two to be together. But there was no need to spend any effort on that, because as it turned out, you were the one who approached her first. You people, what the hell are you saying? It was no coincidence that you and Riki-san became friends. It was intentional. No, it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't coincidence that we met. But I really came to like you, Mion. Just seeing your smile, it saved me. There's no need for you to listen to Riki-san's nonsense. If you don't want to die, then follow our directions. So long as you remain cooperative, we promise to treat you favorably, too. You can't go with them. Mion! Shut up. I told you, my head is pounding. Come, Sonozaki-san. We can save both you and Riki-san. What reason is there to hesitate? It hurts. It hurts. Save me. She's in terminal condition. Secure her now. Mion! The moment the men spring forth to capture Mion, Rika grabs hold of Mion and puts a knife she drew from somewhere against Mion's throat. The moment she does, the men simultaneously draw their guns. Rika-san, let us go. If you don't, that'll kill Mion. Don't do anything foolish. Yes, I was a fool. Every night I was haunted by bad dreams, feeling myself grow more and more debilitated. I spent every day without privacy, used as a guinea pig by these people. I hated it. I wanted out. When they found someone compatible, I thought I could finally be free of this suffering. That was when I agreed to hand you over as a sacrifice. But I was wrong. You weren't just someone compatible. You weren't some sacrifice. You were my one and only, my very best friend. Rika-san. Though I have no right to call you my best friend. I never did from the moment we met. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not true, Rika-san. You really are my best friend. Mion. Sonozaki-san, please think about this logically. If you and Rika-san commit suicide together, then you're dragging the tens of thousands of people living in Higurashi down with you. You have to have the surgery. The surgery won't just save you two. It'll save tens of thousands of lives. I'll have the surgery. Then, that'll save Rika-san too, right? Mion, don't let them fool you. Think about it. Why aren't they hosts to Oyashiro-sama? Because they've already developed a cure. So why do you think they want to research it further? Those people, they're conducting their research to develop more than just a cure. Could you not speak such slander? The kinds of research and development that you're suggesting are banned under international law. Our nation is a constitutional state and a member of the United Nations. We would never do such a thing. I'll keep hosting the Queen. You should be able to cure everyone hosting this bug in the 2 or 3 years left before I die. We told you, we have no cure yet. Cure Mion. I know you can cure her. If you won't cure her, then I'll kill her. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts. Don't worry. I'll save you. Hang in there. The only cure for her is the surgery. Save me, Rika-san. Give me the cure. Cure Mion. Please. Sonozaki-san won't last much longer. Oda-kun, don't miss. You're planning to shoot me? We've already confirmed the ants can survive in the brain of a corpse for 12 hours post-mortem. Either way, once we extract the queen from you, you're just a girl who knows too much. You monster! What? Oda takes careful aim, then light flashes from his handgun. Rika meets her end with a single shot straight through her chest. Ah! Rika-san! Rika-san! Capture her. We have to conduct the surgery immediately. Mion nimbly snatches the knife away from Rika and readies herself. The men all aim their guns at her. Don't shoot! Rika-san! 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 Yeah. Now, the surgery. We don't have any time to waste. You killed Rika-san? Calm down, Sonozaki-san. We haven't killed anyone. You're hallucinating. You're in a terminal condition right now. You lie. You all killed her. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Calm down. Calm down. That's all hallucination. Drop the knife. Be quiet. Be quiet. I'll kill you. I'll kill you all. Ah! Mion leaps at Oda and shoves her knife into his stomach. Oda falls and curls up on the spot. Why you? I'll kill you, I'll kill you. I'll kill everyone who killed Rika-san. Whoa! Calm down. Calm down now. Sonozaki-kun. Mion leaps forward and stabs him. You bitch! Okuna grabs hold of Mion from behind. During the grapple, Mion's knife pierces his neck. Okuna falls back, clutching his throat. Hotoda screams and tries to flee, yet Mion catches her and shoves her blade into her back. Hoshino then falls to the ground, trembling. Yeah! Who is the one that killed Rika-san? Damn it, damn it, damn it! I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you! Sonozaki-san, calm down. We haven't done anything. Honest. You're just hallucinating. You're being violent for no reason. Calm down. Shut up. Give me back Rika-san. Hua! She springs onto Hoshino and stabs the knife deep into her stomach. Corpses are piled up all around her. The sound of heavy rain is accompanied by Mion's heavy breathing, as her shoulders shudder with each breath. She regains her senses and slowly approaches Rika. Rika-san! Rika-san! Please wake up. It's time for us to go home. Yeah! A bright red light shines down on the stage. Mion weeps and screams. Poor thing, it must have been tough. Rika-san! Rika-san! It's all a lie! Hey Mion-san, this time, I'll free you. Let me see Rika-san! Let me see her! You want to meet them? You want to meet them, do you? Speed that up a bunch. There's a loud crack of thunder. The stage flashes bright, then goes dark. Only the gentle sound of rain continues. A long silence follows. Steadily, the stage grows lit. Only Mion and Rika are present. Mion is sleeping with her head... with her head in Rika's lap. Are you awake now? My head hurts. Medicine still isn't working yet. You can sleep a little longer, you know. Rika-san? Rika-san, it is you, right? Do I look like someone else? Rika-san! 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 Mion clings to Rika. Rika is confused for a moment, then gently hugs her back. It's really you, right? You're Rika-san, right? I'm here. I'm right here. Did you have a sad dream? Rika hugs Mion with an affectionate expression. Have you settled down now? Yes, I'm sorry about that. Hey Mion, I felt bad about waking you up. So we missed the bus that passed by. What? But then when is the next bus coming here? You don't want to wait anymore, right? So hey, why don't we walk? If we take a shortcut, it shouldn't take that long. But wait, we don't have an umbrella. Though it looks like the rain let up a lot. You don't want to walk through the rain with me? Of course I do. I'd go through fire or water for you, Rika-san. Alright then, allow me to accompany you. Are you really sure? Without an umbrella, we'll both end up soaked. Of course I'm sure. You'll get covered in mud. I'm prepared for that. You might catch a cold. Well, it is raining. Both of them stand there for a moment. I'll stay with you forever. So don't leave me, okay? I'd never leave you. I'd rather cling to you instead. Yeah, that's good. Let's go. Rika starts walking, still holding Mion's shoulder. Mion is nervous, and her heart is racing. What's gotten into you, Rika-san? You're not acting like your usual self. Let's go. Together, we can go anywhere we like. Oh, wow. The stage gradually fades to black. After a moment, there's a beep signaling a radio call. It's car number 3. Headquarters, all cars on standby. The target didn't board the bus. Repeat. The target didn't board the bus. Recon team to headquarters. The bus stop is completely empty. What? Oh, wow. We've lost visual. Seal off all the main roads. Repeat. Seal off all the main roads. Don't let them escape to the city. Capture them alive. What a terrible nightmare to wake from. Okay then. So, this was a stage play? I guess? Even though it says Mion and Rika there, it wasn't really them. It was just like a stage play with these roles here. 2 students, and then those. At least that's how I see it. But hey, that makes a perfect stopping point for today. Because then we can just go to start. We'll be able to start the next one over here, Outbreak. Can you start this one now? I forget what it said. I think it says you have to do Outbreak, yeah. Well, is slightly unusual. The original fragment, which would eventually grow into Higurashi when they cry. So I assume this is like a prototype for the entire story. Like, Rika and Mion were still there, but everyone else was a different character from the original. I'm going to check real quick. Higurashi bus stop. Bus stop. Let's see. Is the prototype version of Higurashi When They Cry. It's had many official releases. They're working on a project, blah blah blah. Yep. So let's take a look some more. It was first written in 2000, understandably why the sprites were so simple. Wrote and submitted to a theater company, but was rejected. The story was about an hour long and horror focused. It centered around those two that hung out at a bus stop in the rain. I gave them the idea to make a novel game out of it. Wow. Oh, look at this art. Interesting. There was a stage play in 2015? Huh. Now that is interesting as well. And it's a simple play because it's taking place in like literally one spot almost. The console version of Bus Stop featured voice acting, CGs, and new character art. Oh wow, Mion was really wearing a specific outfit in the art of the... I assume that's the PS4 game rather than the PC one I'm playing. But it's like both of them, they're more like college students almost. Anyway, we'll be stopping there for today. But tonight will be more Lethal Company with the boys. We'll be testing 2 new mods. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.